At our channel, we bring you the most dramatic, spine-chilling, and heart-stopping spoilers from the world of daytime television. And this time we dive deep into the storm of secrets, betrayals, and destructive passions that explode within the world of Beyond the Gates. What you are about to discover is not just another twist, but a cascade of shocking revelations that shatter families, ignite rivalries, and threaten to consume everyone tied to the powerful Dupree legacy. Every secret revealed sets off another chain reaction, and every betrayal leaves behind scars that may never heal. This is not simply about love or power, it is about survival within a dynasty that is slowly tearing itself apart from the inside. The storm begins with Tomas, a man who has always struggled with control, suddenly thrust into the darkest corner of his emotions when he learns that Kat, the woman who once tied herself to his fate, is now carrying Jacob's child. The revelation slices through him with brutal force, striking deeper than betrayal, deeper than humiliation. To Tomas, it is not just the loss of love, it is a public declaration that he was never enough, that Kat's loyalty was nothing more than an illusion. The humiliation feeds his fury, his pride collapses into ash, and what rises from within him is a destructive storm of jealousy and vengeance. Kat's pregnancy becomes more than just an intimate scandal, it is the spark that sets fire to an entire web of fragile alliances. What Tomas sees is not only betrayal by Kat but a humiliation engineered by Jacob, and his rage turns personal. His confrontation with Kat spirals into something darker, something that transforms a tense relationship into a volatile war that carries the weight of danger for everyone nearby. The Dupree name, already tested by long-buried secrets and fragile loyalties, now becomes the battlefield upon which Tomas chooses to fight. But the torment does not end with him. The revelation of Kat's pregnancy cuts through the Dupree family like a blade. Each member feels the shockwave, each begins to question who they can trust, and old grudges surface with renewed force. The air within the gates of Fairmont Crest grows heavy with suspicion and hostility, as if every carefully placed mask has begun to slip. What begins as a personal betrayal expands into a storm that threatens to engulf the entire household. For the Dupree dynasty has always balanced itself on fragile secrets, and with each one exposed, the foundation cracks even further. Tomas descends deeper into his rage. He becomes a man obsessed, unable to let go of the vision of Kat carrying Jacob's child. His nights are haunted by it, his days consumed by plotting how to reclaim his pride, how to strike back at those who dared humiliate him. His fury is not simply against Kat, but against the entire structure that allowed such betrayal to unfold. He begins to see enemies everywhere, begins to suspect hidden conspiracies, and each new suspicion adds to the dangerous fire that burns within him. The balance between reason and madness is lost, and Tomas now exists on the edge, unpredictable and ready to destroy whatever stands in his path. Kat, in her silence, becomes a symbol of defiance that only fuels Tomas further. Her pregnancy represents a future he cannot control, a child that carries Jacob's blood instead of his. For Tomas, it is not simply a betrayal of love, it is a complete erasure of his identity within the story of her life. He feels replaced, discarded, and mocked. To him, the unborn child becomes a constant reminder that he was defeated, and this thought gnaws at him until it transforms into pure hatred. Tomas convinces himself that the only way to reclaim his place is to ensure that chaos consumes the ones who betrayed him. His obsession evolves into a dangerous mission, and from this point on, no one within the Dupree circle is safe. As the days unravel, the chain reaction spreads outward. The Dupree family, already fractured by rivalries, suddenly finds itself pulled into a deeper abyss. Every old conflict reawakens under the shadow of this revelation. Loyalties are questioned, alliances collapse, and whispers of betrayal echo in every corner of their mansion. What should have been a private scandal now turns into a public battlefield, with each family member forced to choose sides in a war that seems destined to destroy them all. The Duprees are no longer united by their name, but divided by secrets, lies, and vengeance. Anita senses the danger but is powerless to stop the tide. Vernon, once the patriarch who kept control, watches as his authority disintegrates, powerless against the storm of rage that Tomas unleashes. Danny, Nicole, and others within the circle feel the pressure closing in, knowing that the longer this fury grows unchecked, the more explosive the eventual destruction will be. For every Dupree, the revelation of Kat's pregnancy is not merely shocking news, it is a curse that changes the trajectory of their lives forever. Tomas's spiral becomes the epicenter of this curse. His sense of betrayal twists into vengeance, his pain mutates into a need for destruction. The once controlled man is now consumed by fire, and he no longer fears consequences. To him, there is only one truth left: if he must suffer humiliation, then everyone tied to the betrayal must suffer as well. Kat's pregnancy has unleashed not only a personal storm but a generational war. The Dupree name, once associated with prestige and wealth, now drowns in scandal, rage, and betrayal. And through it all, Tomas becomes both victim and villain, the man who is broken and the man who chooses to destroy. The danger is no longer just emotional. As Tomas loses control, his actions grow unpredictable and violent. Every move he makes pulls the family closer to the edge of chaos. What began as jealousy transforms into an escalating feud that threatens safety, stability, and even lives. The Dupree family becomes trapped in a nightmare of their own making, where betrayal leads to revenge, revenge leads to violence, and violence births new betrayals in an endless cycle. With every day, the storm grows stronger, and the walls of Fairmont Crest can no longer protect them. The gates that once symbolized wealth and exclusivity now feel like prison bars, keeping them trapped with the demons they have unleashed upon themselves. Kat's pregnancy was never just about new life, it became the symbol of destruction. For Tomas, it is proof of betrayal. For Jacob, it is a dangerous victory. For the Duprees, it is the moment that shattered the illusion of unity. The scandal becomes the seed of chaos that spreads uncontrollably, and as the lies pile up, the danger grows unbearable. The family that once lived in grandeur now teeters on the edge of collapse, and there is no escape from the storm that has been unleashed. And so, the story of Tomas's rage, Kat's betrayal, and Jacob's role in this scandal is not just another twist in the saga of Beyond the Gates. It is the turning point, the moment where every mask shatters and every secret comes undone. From this single revelation, an empire begins to fall, and those who once lived in power now find themselves consumed by the very chaos they tried so hard to control. The storm is only beginning, and what lies ahead promises to be darker, bloodier, and far more destructive than anyone could have imagined. Remember to stay tuned and subscribe to our channel for more shocking twists, devastating betrayals, and explosive spoilers from Beyond the Gates, where every secret revealed opens the door to even greater chaos.